Hello, this is ResilanBearcat, and welcome to our Apollo Let's Play series of Dyson Sphere Program. Now, in the last episode, we built the crystal silicon, and we got a couple of issues back on our home planet that we need to go resolve. So this is one of the issues we need to resolve. The other issue is we've got power, and then we need to solve our production of hydrogen fuel cells. I do not believe we have any hydrogen fuel cells being produced, which is in and of itself a problem. So let's go solve the power problem first, and then we'll see what we can do about the hydrogen fuel cells. Well, let's not miss the planet. We're going to come right in on the... Oh, we're going to come right in right there. Whatever that is. Boom. That is our deuterium plant. Look at all of the stuff. Now I do have some things set up here just as a note. One of the things about this is I am using a priority of the items that are coming back around and looping around, and then only pulling things out of here when it is appropriate, when they're needed. This is producing items here, and of course I don't have the deuterium that I need. That's not a big surprise. I really didn't anticipate having the deuterium that I need. So I'm using up all the deuterium. Now let's look at our power graph. Our consumption is actually okay at the moment. I guess that was because we were putting down drones and stuff like that we needed more power. But we do have the hydrogen fuel cell problem. And the hydrogen fuel cell problem needs to be solved. So since we've got all of this deuterium here, this also means we have a bunch of hydrogen here. Let's see what we can do about the hydrogen fuel cell problem right here. So hydrogen fuel cells, what do they require? And what are they used for? It doesn't tell me what they're used for. It just says what they require. It requires titanium and hydrogen. Well, look at here. I believe so that's coming out of here. So what happens if I, well, I could put another one of these towers down, or I could try to reuse this tower. Problem is, if I reuse this tower and I decide to expand this production at some point in time, then I've got an issue here. Let's see what happens. I've got hydrogen over there. I'm already using 3 things here, so I can't bring in another item. I could bring in titanium here. It would come in here. Alright, y'all can drop things off. Very good. Little drones are delivering things to me. Or what I could do is use the hydrogen from there, come down here, create another tower, and bring in the titanium here, and then siphon enough of this off. And I believe that's what I'm going to do. Is just make a simple little loop here that will produce the titanium that I need. And we just might as well bring in the items. So we're going to do this right up here in this area, just right in here. Actually, we're going to continue on right here. We'll move over. Okay. In fact, I'm going to do it here and on this side. So let's do this right here. So this will... Oh, we want one of these towers. I want to come down about... that far. That will be good. And then right here, I want... Let's see, I should have some drones somewhere. There they are, right there. Let's grab 25 of those and stick those in there. Now this is going to be requesting titanium, and I'm going to request 500 titanium. And it will be a demand for titanium. Nope. We're just going to go ahead and stuff that in there. It won't have to demand any titanium for a very long time. And then what I want to do is come right here, and we are going to bring this out here. Hydrogen. And we're going to run it in there. And then we're going to bring this out here. This is just going to be storage. We're just going to store 200 in here. Don't need a lot of storage in that. Okay. And then with that, we will do this right here. We are going to bring a belt out here like that. We're going to grab us a production machine here. In fact, I'm going to grab 2 of them. I am going to produce hydrogen fuel rods. Produces 2 every 6 seconds. So 3 of them would be producing. Yeah, I don't want to produce 3 of them. 2 is fine. It's going to need 10 of those. 6, that's 1.5, so we're fine there. But that's the line that I want that on. Alright, and we will do all that right there. So then we will just like that right there. And what we will do is we will make this be hydrogen fuel cells. And I'm only going to produce 200 of them, and that'll be a supply. And what I want to do is put that in there, put that on there, put that in there. Two stacks. Because right now I'm still getting these delivered to me at least 120, 200, so that'll be fine. Two items in there. And let's hook this thing up and let this thing produce. So we'll put it right there. That should cover the whole thing right there. There. And this is also hydrogen fuel rods. But what is it not liking? It is not liking it. Oh, I have no titanium coming out. There we go. It is. Yep, it's producing. We have hydrogen fuel rods producing. Now, I don't know how many of those we'll end up using, but if it fills up and we're not using any of them, we will be good to go. Now, let's see. I need to do something similar over here for the deuterium fuel rods. Yes, it's filled up. I've got 2,000 of those. Nice. And I will definitely start using them. I'm going to put a break in this right here and repeat what I just did. We're going to put that in there. Put that in there. Put that there. We'll put 4 of those in. This is what I'm trying to do. Finally collect the Icarus. Okay, and with that in place now, I'm going to go here and do 4 stacks of these as well. Okay. And then I want 500 of those. And then until I see a reason to do it, I'm going to back that off. Give me 500 as well, because we will have an additional batch in there that will get supplied to me when I need them. Very good. I do think the power issue is going to be an issue. That goes in there, that goes in there. Now I can build space warpers. Now the space warpers are going to require some doing. So let's see what it takes to do that, because we need iron like crazy. Let's see what it takes to build one of these things. It takes an antimatter. An antimatter takes deuterium, particle containers, and iron. I have 3 of those, but I need deuterium, and I just don't have enough deuterium. So we're going to have to create more deuterium. Another deuterium farm. Let's see. We can update these belts to blue now, and that will make it faster. Let's add some more power rings on the equator, and that'll be part of what we wrap up this episode with. Is we're going to add more power. So there's one line there. That's the polar cap. What I want to do is go down to the equator. We'll follow this road down here. That's line number 1. We want to go get the next one. This right here should be the equator. We are going to fill in as we go around here as much as we can. I want 3 rows of these in as many places as I can get them. So let's take half of those. We are going to food. And I'm going to expand this like that. Okay. We're going to head around the planet here. Oh, this is the polar cap. This is not the equator. Whoops. Wrong spot. This is the equator, and this is where I want to do it at. Okay. Let's go see how far or what I can do here. Okay, we will start right here and work our way around the planet, putting in as many of these things as we can. And that's going to be, we should be able to get a whole ring in. $14 at a time. I don't know if there's a better way to do this. I saw somebody messing around the other day with a God mode setting, which looked interesting for this kind of thing. But I'm getting used to doing this, and I have to say I don't know if I would like it or not. Let's, I'll tell you what. Before we do more grading, let's do as many of these as I can. What are you going to collide with? Okay, well, we will just skip that spot then. This will give us another, I don't know, 50. It'll give us a whole bunch more power. However much that is, I'm not exactly sure how much we will get from having 3 lines around the equator. It will be a lot. This hopefully this will get us close to the point we need to do the next if we can get off this planet and go get us iron, we'll build us a Dyson swarm. But right now, I simply do not have the iron to be sparing for anything like that. Okay. Oops. Well, we gotta do some fill in here. Okay. And back to this. So, I've learned that it's 4 tabs that I want to hit the tab key 4 times, and that gives me the statistics that I want on these things. I need foundation support. Yeah, I know. That in there, that in there, that in there. Hey, let's see here. Here we go. How many that was there? That was 11. You can tell there's a lot of water in some of these places that I have to fill in. Okay, I'm going to have made it all be. I think I've made it halfway around the planet now. And we will continue our process here. Really don't have to worry anymore about soul pile. We get so much of it. And 12. Some of these planets that are water-based like this, you end up with a whole lot of filling in that has to be done in order to do a project like this. But it is a lot of power, and it's power that, other than the build cost, it doesn't have an ongoing cost associated with it. So I like it in the early and mid stages of the game. Eventually it won't work for what we need anymore, and we'll have to do something else. But until that point in time, we will continue to use solar panels and things like this for what we need, even if it is a bit annoying to come down through here and grade this. Now, I have seen people completely just turn their whole planet into a Death Star, pave the whole thing. And I have to say, you'll notice I'm not using the paving components. I am leveling things, but I'm not using the paving, and that is by design. I am using it on some of my other planets, but I'm not using it on my home planet. So some of the places in here, they're not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to put them because there's things that interfere, and I'm not going to try. We'll put them in where I can, and where I can't, we will just let it go. There'll be gaps in this road, and that is perfectly okay. Like, for example, there won't be any on this side. Oh, I can get that there. Oh, it'll go. Alright. I was going to say, I didn't think it would go, but it did. Wonderful. Ooh, I got 15 in there that time. And I've almost made it back by all this stuff where I can start filling it on the other side. There we go. There's that. There's that. Probably should have moved that down a little bit when I rebuilt that, but hey, that's okay. Oh, look at there. There's where we started at. We're almost all the way around. Let's go on up here a little bit where I can fill that in. There we go. Now I can finish this out. We have put a whole bunch of solar panels now. Very good. Probably should restart my research. We're doing some more drone upgrades, finishing things. I forgot I had stopped. We'll finish up our research. Let's see what that did to my power. Alright, I'm up to 245 now. So, yeah, that's a pretty significant increase in the amount of power generated. You can see where I was at over here and where we're now we're up here. You can see the numbers there. Alright, with that in mind, we still have quite a few solar panels in our inventory. That would be good to get rid of, but we're in good shape. We're going to call that good. We're going to come right over here and get rid of this into here. Oh, one of my drones. Oh, did I miss some other than these? Guess I should circle the planet right quick and make sure, since I just heard a drone drop one. Was I going fast enough that they didn't get all of them? That is a possibility. But I'm seeing everything as the sun comes up here. I'm not seeing any problems, so we're good. There's my blue science research. There's some stone veins coming up. A whole bunch of my yellow research up there. That's my arc smelter producing my titanium alloy. And now we're headed into to our mall and the items that we're building here. So we're building a whole bunch of stuff here. Oh, look at that. We even have the particle containers now here. That's good. Now, I don't have any of these, and am I replacing anything? Remote demand? Yeah, a bunch of them. Let's see. Let's grab 10 of those. Oh, there we go. Those are up there. Let's see, are the other two appear to have drones. That one has drones. That one has drones. We'll drop that in there. Okay. Very good. And we will keep that in there. We've got plenty of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. All right, we're making good progress here. So let's look at what we can build now. One of the things now, we need this antimatter, and that is going to require more deuterium. In order to make more deuterium, we are going to need more hydrogen. And that would probably be setting up some fracking to produce hydrogen, and lots of it. So if we do, but we get a lot of that, or alternatively, we could go get hydrogen. Say hydrogen can be much easier to produce if I go get that off the gas giant. So what will it take? That means I'm going to need accumulators. It means I need these. I do have the things necessary to build that. So I can build some of those. I will need to build those, run it through some of these, which I have some of these to power it. That's going to be a drain on my current power supply. I don't have a ton of power here, but I do have more than I'm using. I can at least get a few of them built. Because what we need is a few of those, and then we need some orbital collectors. We need 20 of each one of those to build the orbital collectors. And we need some of those engines, and I don't think I'm putting any of those engines into a box. Plus 50 of the super collider rings, or super secret collider rings, decryptor rings, whatever those things are. Well, let's get started then. We've got to build the accumulators, and we've got to build those thrusters. Let's go see what we're doing on the thrusters. We've got thrusters right over here. We'll check out the situation. This is the thrusters. Right now the thrusters are not going into a box. They are just making, well, that's not the right thruster, I don't believe. I believe the thruster, oh, look at that. Logistics bot carrying capacity. 10 logistics drones capacity. And 100 on the logistic values. Now these are logistics drones, right? Yes. So those things now can carry 50 per item. Those can carry 400. The vessels only make it if they can make a full load, so they'll only bring 400 at a time. Alright, well, we're going to leave that alone. That's nice. We got lightweight structure and information matrices. We're about to open up information matrices. Now let's see this right here. See, this is producing these, so we're going to put these over into a box like we do so many of our other things. We are only going to build one of them, one stack of them. We're just going to bring that right across here. Okay, so that will produce those into a box. Now, if we come here, I just need those, so I don't really care what's going on with them. Those are just reinforced thrusters, and that's going to be necessary for building these things. I will need 20 of those. I don't know how high they stack. I think they only stack to, did they only stack to 10? We're about to find out, I guess. So I am going to need more of them than I think. I may create 2 stacks of those. There we go. And then that's going in there to produce the drones. Okay, and then got everything else I need. Except for, but these are not going to be fast. But I don't need many of them, so this will be okay. How many will I need to go around the planet? I don't know. We would just start with probably handcrafting a few of these, but we will need these items, accumulators. And where can I put in accumulators? I think I'm going to have to build a facility for this. And so we'll pick up with that in the next episode. We will build accumulators and we will power them. And that'll be for next time. Thanks for watching. Take care. That is all for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Please subscribe to the channel to be notified when new content is available, and check out the link shown here for more gameplay. Take care.